Hey, Facebook world, how are you? So, I just got on to be very vulnerable. Um, I knew I was going to cry. um, as you guys saw in my post below, there is a lot going on, and it's not even probably big to some people because it's just social media. Um, but to me, it's a big deal because I really pride myself on what I do. I really am so passionate about everything that I do. And sorry, my computer is always making a funky, weird noise. So bear with me as I cry and get vulnerable. But I wanted to share this because I know other people struggle with this and nobody speaks out. And I've had family members, young family members that have dealt with like bullying, and it's funny because you don't really think about it until you go through it. And when I first started creating healthy babies, I was so excited that I had found answers for my son. So excited. I wrote a blog post and women were reaching out to me, and I was helping them heal their their children. Like, they were having this experience where their kids didn't have allergies anymore. People weren't having rheumatoid arthritis. And yes, I may have used the word heal and it has came to like bite me all of a sudden. But that's words that they use, if that's the word I use for me. Like, I healed my child. Like, I know that for a fact. And so because I used this word, everybody got in an uproar of like, oh my gosh, you're not a doctor. You say you can cure the world and blah, 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 and you're just a mom, this or that. And the first time I put it out there, I was in this FPIES community Facebook group. I don't recommend joining. But I put it out there, and I quickly realized, because I was excited and I wanted to help people, and I quickly realized that these were very hurt moms. And just remember that hurt people hurt people. And as I was putting myself out there, I remember I got like 120 just rash, mean comments. You're a baby killer. How dare you? Like, you're claiming all this medical advice and blah, 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 blah. Like, don't you think we've tried it all? And in my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, I know. I spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on medical help for my child, and none of it helped. And I'm not saying that the medical route is never the route to go, but what I'm saying is I know I have something special here because I've had 100% success rate. Now, does that just mean that everybody that I work with is going to have that? No, there's always going to be that one person. But to this day, I've had 100% success rate with anybody that has followed through with what we've done. And so I let those comments in the past get to me, and I stopped like kind of working. And I was like, I'll just help people that have reflux. I'll just help people that have, these small issues. And I kept myself small because I let these mean people, like, you guys read the comments, like, and this isn't even the comments from before. These are comments from like way, like 3-4 years ago. And I let these comments stop me. And what happened was I didn't feel fulfilled. People started to reach out to me, and I'm like, well, I didn't want to work with them because I let these people get to me. I let these people stop me from helping sick children. And finally, I got to a point where I toughened up. I worked through all my crap, and I said, screw this. Like, these people need me. I'm putting myself back out there. So yes, I charge for my services. Why do I charge for my services? Because I got so busy. I was taking all the time away from my children, all the time away from my family. And so what do? I start a business so that I can help people, but I also can be compensated for the time I spend away from my family. So as I started to do this, it's been great. I've had no issues, the past 3 years, whatever it has been. Like, I've been working with people and it's never been an issue. Well, I put out there that I wanted to write a book because I know my mission is to help kids with FIs. I know that. I just know that. It's like I have the results behind me. I know what I do works. And I know that it's a personalized diet for everybody. And I know that not everybody, that's going to be the route. Like some people, it's not the route for them. That's awesome. But so I decided to write a book. So I wrote this book, and I was scared to put it out there because last time I put myself out there publicly, like in that big of a way, I got publicly shamed. Well, guess what? Today was that day again. I put it out there, and as you guys saw, those were just a portion of the comments. They kept going and going and going about how, and there are all these false claims of like, oh my gosh, you claim to tell people to not be on formula and this or that. And then they would screenshot just like a caption of what I had said, like, oh, I would suggest not to be on Neocate formula. And the thing is that wasn't like, they don't understand the why. It wasn't that I was like, oh, stop doing that. Like, that's a horrible idea. I was just saying, well, I wouldn't do that because it's going to inflame the gut. And if it inflames the gut more, it's going to make your allergies worse. And you're not going to be able to seal up your gut. That's all I was saying, in my opinion, in my experience, and what I was doing. But then they would go down and say all these things like, she's just after money. And they would post a post that I posted like 3 years ago, which, by the way, 3 years ago, I recharged $47 for a month worth of service that now costs people $1,200. And so it's like, for me, it's like, you could tell where I was at. I was at the very beginning of my business. But with the same sense, like they're holding stuff against me that was 3 years ago, which, by the way, it doesn't really matter if I charge for my services or not. And they just keep going and going and going. And what I want everybody to know is that I'm not going to stop. Like, I'm not. Like, you guys can see me so beat down right now, and I, like, literally could throw my hands up and say I'm done. Like, I'm so done with all of this. Like, it's not worth it. I don't need the money. My husband makes plenty of money. I don't need the pride, or I'm not priding myself on anything. I don't need it. But why do I keep going is because the last time they shut me down. And you want to know what? And right now it's like you could go on my Amazon and they've ganged up against me, and now I have like 30 horrible Amazon reviews and 1 star on my book. It's like, I don't give a flying rat's crap. Whatever, I'll keep it clean. I don't give a flying rat's, because it's not about the 5-star review. It's not about the testimonies I get, because you can go on and see it's like they're not verified, like actual like reviews. It's people being mean. They have nothing better to do. And if you want me to be mean, what I would say is quit wasting time online bullying people and go figure out what to do about your child. And so for me, it's like these people are so hurt and angry that it's like, there's no way that could possibly be the way. It's no way that it could be that easy. And guess what? That's fine. That's fine if people want to believe that. I don't really care. I am over caring, because for me, it's about the people and the testimonies that you guys were posting below, the lives that I have changed, the people and the children that live a thriving lifestyle now. That's what it is about for me. And so all these people and all these women who, number one, they just, I hate to even judge, so I'm not even going to go there, but let's just say hurt people, and I'm going to love them through that. I do not judge them for thinking I'm crazy. I do not judge them for thinking like somehow I'm claiming all this medical advice, and they brought up the whole vaccine thing, how I said never to vaccinate your child, this or that. And I'm thinking, obviously they haven't even read my book, because my book says it's my experience. My book says I'm not a doctor. My book says, like, if this isn't a good fit for you, don't do it. But it's so funny how people can gang up against you and they don't even know who you are. And I sit and think about those kids that are in school, and like, I'm a grown adult and I'm bawling. Like, I imagine those kids that are in school and they're so bullied day in and day out. Like, I cannot imagine. And you want to know why that's happening? Because their parents are doing it. You look at how these mothers are reacting, and if you read and you went on the group and you read even all of the posts, like I showed you guys at the very beginning, it got uglier and uglier and uglier as it went on. And if you really saw what they were saying at the end of those posts, like they were bringing God into the picture. Like, how do you believe in God if you're charging for your services? When did Jesus ever charge for any of his services? And blah, 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 blah. Like, pretty much calling me unrighteous. Like, they called me every name in the book. And to me, it's like, then we wonder why our children are bullies. Because as adults, we sit behind a computer screen and we sure have a lot to say. But we sure don't have a lot to say behind or to someone's face. We have a lot to say behind a computer screen where everybody's ganging up, where everyone has a say, and I will tell you, not one of those people know me. Not one. Not one of those have ever. I had one person reach out to me today and say, I saw everything that's going on, and I'm not sure I agree with what you do, but I want to get on the phone with you, and I want to have a conversation about what you went through in your experience. And guess what? To me, I don't care. Like, I would love to get on the phone with this person, and I'm not here to convince her of anything, but I'm going to love her for the respect that she showed me to step up and just meet me face to face and be like, this is what I'm struggling with. But all these people that don't even know me want to tell me how horrible of a person I am, how I'm not a doctor, how this or that, this or that. Well, I'm going to tell you, these people, if you're watching, they're probably not, because we're probably not friends. But what I'm going to tell you is, yes, you broke me down to my core. You hurt me. That is not even close to who I am or what I do. I'm very passionate about the people I work with, and they're like my number one priority. I put half my clients before my family, if I'm being honest. And it's like, for you to maybe like win in that area of breaking me down and breaking my soul, awesome. Good job. You won. Like, if I wasn't strong enough to handle it, if I didn't have tools to handle it, I literally probably would have just given up and been eaten away, and because it's horrible to be publicly ashamed. But at the same time, I know what the adversary does. I know what opposition does. And I know when something huge is about to happen. And I know when you're on the right track, dark comes to attack you. I know that for a fact. And so I'm not going to back down. I don't care how broken I feel right now. I don't care how hurt I feel right now. I don't care how embarrassed I am because I'm bawling on a freaking live stream video and playing the victim or whatever you want to call it. I don't care. Like, all walls are down right now because I know who I am inside. I know what my mission is. And I know I'm going to keep going. And I don't care. I literally swear I just created this because I just watched the movie Concussion. Have you guys seen that show? It's really, really good. And it pretty much talks about this guy that figured out, this thing with football players and how they get traumatic brain injuries. And the NFL destroyed him. Destroyed him. His family had to move all of this stuff. Well, 3 years later, it came out that, what do you know, he was right. And I just keep going back to that movie of it doesn't matter how destroyed someone tries to be, how many horrible reviews on Amazon I get for my book. Woohoo! I won't make $5 off of my book, whatever. It's not about the money to me. It's the fact that I spread my message. And I don't care how many haters I have, which is why my theme last year was bold, is because I'm going to be bold and stand for what I stand for, because I'm so sick of seeing. That's why I stand up and talk about women and standing up for what they believe and this or that, because I know how hard it is for moments like this. And so I wanted to get on live to show you guys that this is real life, and I'm a real person. Things happen to me. I get beat down. I get hate mail all the time. This whole year has been nothing but hate mail. I get parents that hate that the other spouse is hiring me, and then I get oh my gosh, this 10-page email of how horrible I am. Every day in and out, I get hate mail. But let me tell you, if you have a mission, if you have a purpose, keep going and don't stop. Because literally, I know if I can't handle it at this level, my husband keeps telling me, it's just because you're getting big. It's just because you're getting big, dear. Like, look at all the, like, famous people, how many haters they have. Like, once you start growing and getting bigger, things get harder. And if you can't handle something on a small level, you're not going to be able to handle on a big level. So as much as I would like to wipe my hands and be like, yes, you guys win, when really they're just moms sitting behind their computer screen, probably not making a difference in this world, if I'm being honest, because people that make a difference don't sit around and bully people all day and all night and judge people for something they posted 3 years ago, like, for real. And who has time? Like, it just blows my mind, but I won't go into that. So there you have it. I don't know where I was going with it. I hope it helps somebody. All I know is I'm not going to stop. Yes, I'm broken down right now. Yes, it's going to take a minute for me to, like, get that validation back up that I am good enough and that I have, you know, that I'm a good person and that God still loves me and I'm not like a big old, like, sinner for having a business and I should just give everything away for free. Like, I have things that I still have to work through and I'm very confused about, but at the same time, I know I'm going to keep going because the last time it stopped me. This time it's not. So, I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Just reading Lisa's post, I'm going to cry. But she says, never stop. Walk in boldness. Be proud of what you're doing. Don't respond to the trolls. You're doing such good things for people. Keep it up. People do not take free seriously. It's psychological. Yep. Your choice to charge serve. Yep. I love it. Yep. I couldn't agree more. And this is why I love you guys, because you guys are the people that I care about. You guys are the people that I know my heart. So you guys, your opinion, I care about. And I hope that if I ever am out of alignment with anything, or you see me doing something that's spiritually wrong, like morally wrong, ethically wrong, I would hope that you would approach me and you would tell me that. But because you guys matter and you guys know my heart and you know where I'm at. So you guys are awesome. I love you. And have an amazing night.